3 nights ago, Clara Everett stood barefoot in the Iowa mud, staring at the padlock on her own barn door, the same padlock she'd bought at the hardware store in 2018. The same barn her husband Tom built with his own hands in 1972. The same son who used to beg for piggyback rides now locked her out. Tonight, she's holding a yellowed envelope. Inside, a will that can set his world on fire. If you think family can't steal your home, stay. Because what happens in the next hour will make your blood run cold. 68-year-old widow, 40 years of blood, sweat, and calloused hands, and 200 acres of corn and memory. One temporary favor 2 years ago turned into a living nightmare. In the next few minutes, you'll see the exact second Clara snaps. Skip now, and you'll never know how a grieving mother turned the tables and took back everything, not just the land, not just the house, but her dignity. Clara Everett never cried in front of people, not when Tom's cancer spread to his bones, not when the bank threatened foreclosure in '09, not even when Mark's wife left him with 3 kids and a mountain of debt. But on October 17, 2023, she stood in her kitchen at 11:47 p.m., clutching a dish towel soaked with tears and dishwater. Her 8-year-old grandson, Ethan, tugged at her apron. "Grandma, why is Daddy selling your tractor?" That was the night the trap snapped shut. The night Clara realized her love had been weaponized. 2 years earlier, September 2021, a dusty U-Haul rattled up the gravel driveway. Mark stepped out first, eyes red, voice cracking. "Mom, the divorce wiped me out. The kids have nowhere to go. Just 3 months, please." Clara's heart said yes before her brain could calculate the cost. She gave them the East Wing, 3 bedrooms, 1 bath. The barn loft for storage, her entire $42,000 savings account for groceries and emergencies. By month 4, temporary was erased from Mark's vocabulary like it never existed. The kids called it home. Clara called it survival. First, it was small. "Mom, can you watch the kids while I job hunt?" Then, "Mom, the electric bill's $400. Can you cover it this month?" By year 1, Clara's $1,200 monthly pension vanished by the 10th. Mark's interviews became 12-hour fortnight marathons. The barn, Tom's pride, restored with love in 1998, sat locked. Clara peeked through a crack one afternoon. Her antique 1956 John Deere 420, gone, replaced by Mark's gleaming dirt bikes, listed on Facebook Marketplace for $18,000. Her tractor, her memories, his profit. August 15th, 2024, Mark's 40th birthday. Clara baked a chocolate cake from scratch, Tom's recipe. Mark didn't bring candles. He brought a manila folder, slid it across the oak table she and Tom bought at their wedding. Family care agreement. 14 pages, single-spaced. Clara's duties in black and white. 5 a.m., prepare breakfast for 5. 6:30 a.m., drive kids to school, 32 miles round trip. 8 a.m., homeschool Ethan, dyslexia lessons. 10 a.m., clean 6 bedrooms, 3 baths. 12 p.m., laundry, ironing, meal prep. 3 p.m., pick up kids, homework help. 6 p.m., dinner, dishes, bedtime routine. 9 p.m., pay all utilities, property taxes, insurance. Penalty clause 12. Failure to comply will result in Clara being deemed mentally unfit. Property will be transferred to Mark Everett for safekeeping under durable power of attorney. She smiled like he was offering her a gift. "It's just paperwork, Mom, for the kids." 3 nights ago, 2:14 a.m., Clara couldn't sleep. The house creaked with Mark snoring from her bedroom. She slipped on Tom's old flannel, grabbed a flashlight, needed her photo albums, Tom's funeral, their 25th anniversary. The barn door? Padlocked. A shiny new master lock. She bought it. Mark's voice drifted from the loft window. "Go back to bed, Mom. Adults are handling this." She pressed her face to the wood, smelt motor oil and betrayal. Her tractor? Gone. The dirt bikes? 3 of them, chrome glinting like mockery. That's when the widow became a warrior. That's when Clara Everett decided no more. Tom died on March 3rd, 2011, liver cancer, final stage. In his last lucid moment, he gripped Clara's hand. "If anyone tries to take this land, use this." He nodded to the attic. Clara thought it was the pain meds. She was wrong. The next morning, she climbed the pull-down stairs, found a fireproof lockbox behind Tom's old army duffel. Inside, the original will, notarized March 1st, 2011. Clause 7. Any heir who contest Clara Everett's sole ownership of the 200-acre property at 1427 Harvest Lane shall forfeit all inheritance rights, including but not limited to real estate, equipment, and financial assets. Mark never knew. He thought the photocopy in his nightstand was the real one. Clara held the original like a loaded gun. Next morning, 7:42 a.m., rain hammered the tin roof. Clara pulled on her rain boots, walked 3 miles to town. Her knees screamed. Her heart roared. David Miller's law office sat above the feed store. Hand-painted sign, "Elder abuse, we bite back." She pushed open the door. David, 62, ex-Marine, beard like steel wool, looked up. Clara slid the will across his desk. He read Clause 7. Then he laughed. A deep, guttural sound. "Ma'am, your son just handed you a loaded gun with his fingerprints all over it." By 11 a.m., eviction notices were printed. By 3 p.m., the sheriff's deputy was en route with a court order. Day 1. Mark rips the notice in half. "This is my home now." Day 3. He calls Clara ungrateful, locks the pantry. Day 7, hides her car keys in his boot. Day 12, the kids beg, "Grandma, don't make us homeless." Clara kneels. "I'm not taking your home, I'm taking mine back." Day 18, Mark's sister Lisa texts Clara screenshots. Mark blew $18,000 in Vegas, slot machines, bottle service. Day 25, Clara lists the farm on Airbnb as Harvest Haven B&B, $180 a night. First booking, a couple from Chicago. Day 29, Mark offers $500 a month rent. Clara, market rate is $2,800, cash up front or vacate. Day 30, 6 a.m., a moving truck idles in the driveway. Mark loads her oak dining table, the one Tom carved their initials into in 1975. Clara stands on the porch in Tom's flannel, holding a new contract. Tenant at $2,800 per month or vacate by noon. Mark laughs. "You need us." The sheriff steps out behind the corn crib, badge glinting. Mark's face? Priceless. By 11:57 a.m., the last box is gone. At 12:01 p.m., Clara hangs a hand-painted sign, "Harvest Haven B&B, now booking." The first guests arrive at 3 p.m. They tip $50. Clara cries into the cash. 3 months later, Clara wakes up at 7 a.m. because she wants to, not because a contract demands it. The East Wing, rented to a young couple, $1,200 a month. The barn, restored. Her John Deere, bought back at auction for $15,000. She parks it out front like a trophy. The kids visit every other Saturday. Ethan asked, "Grandma, why do you smile now?" Clara, "Because I remembered who I am." Mark lives in a 1-bedroom apartment above a laundromat, pays $1,100 a month, works night shift at Walmart, still owes Clara $2,800 in back rent. The B&B booked solid through next fall. Clara hired a cook, a cleaner, and the groundskeeper. All paid fair wages. She kept one room for herself, the one with the window facing the sunrise. Every morning she drinks coffee on the porch, watches the corn grow, whispers to the wind. This land was never his inheritance, it was my future. And Clara Everett, she's 68, stronger than ever, teaching line dancing on Tuesdays, hosting book club on Thursdays. The will? Framed above the fireplace. Clause 7 in bold. A reminder, a warning, a victory. Because some traps don't catch prey, they catch predators. If this happened to you, would you fight back? Comment below. Like if Clara's revenge gave you chills. Subscribe, because the next story might be about your family, and you'll want to know how to win.